All right, guys, let's check out a new release from Islander. Big thanks to Mark and the crew for sending these over. I have two of them here. I have two different colorways. These are the Islander Baiting Hollow. So in case you didn't know, all the watches have like a number on them. So like ISL, so like that would be Islander. And then this one is the 166, right? But also these newer ones, there's a name tied to them too, or as well. And it is a name of a place in, I believe, the Long Island area. So that would make sense. Let's dig into it. So we're going to zoom in a little bit so you can get a closer look at this, because you're going to probably notice a few things that are missing. So we're going to talk about the size. Though we have this very good case shape here at 42 millimeter wide. The lug to lug is a 49.5 millimeter. The thickness I measure at 14.4. You can see the case back kind of sticks out a little bit. You have 22 millimeter lug width, and the bracelet does taper down to 20 millimeter. On the two-tone one, does it taper on this one as well? Yes, it does. It's actually just under 20. They have screw pins holding the bracelet together. 8 millimeter screw down crown, keeping the 200 meter water resist. It is signed with the Islander logo. You have 120 click coin edged bezel. This one you have a brushed stainless steel insert. The action on it is very Seiko-like, very consistent and smooth resistance all the way around with those audible clicks. These line up a little different than the Seiko. Sorry, I had to get that jab in there. So the movement inside here, which is also visible on the underside, is the Seiko NH70A. 24 jewels, and it's kind of an exhibition style movement, so it's like skeletonized. But the crew at Islander Watch, as you can clearly see, kind of took it to the next level. So what you're seeing here is the branding is actually printed on the bottom side of the sapphire crystal. There is no dial. I'm sure you noticed that. There is no dial. So absent is the dial. You have the handset. Of course, that's also skeletonized. Don't want to obstruct the view of the top side of the movement. And then you have that oversized chapter ring, which houses the markers at a nice dramatic angle, adding depth to the, I can't say dial, depth to the watch face, I guess. There's no dial. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to rack my brain here. This is the first time I think I've had a watch with no dial. I've had like transparent dials, cutaway dials, very heavily skeletonized dials, but I'm trying to remember if there was one with no dial, completely absent of a dial. Okay, we covered that. You get it. So there's that guy. This one's going to have BGW9 for lume on it. And the price on this on the website, obviously there will be a link down below, direct link to both these watches. But the price on this one should be $329. It comes on this nice bracelet. Now, the two-tone one, which for some reason I'm drawn to more, I think I just like the fact that the color of the gold on the bracelet and the bezel and the crown are very much almost in tune with the actual movement itself. And then if we look a little bit closer, which I'll try to do, look at the fill on that bezel insert. It almost looks like rough, like real gold. I mean, it's clearly not because of the price point. But sure, you can do that there. There's a little bit of real estate. But if you look close enough, which is difficult to do, even the fill on all of the little bits have that rough texture. That's not accidental, guys. I guarantee you, I didn't ask Mark this, but I guarantee you that was done intentionally to make it look more like gold, because gold has that rough look in it when it's mined or discovered. I assume. I've never done it. but I've watched enough television and movies to know that it has that like kind of look to it. So that was intentional. This one, of course, has a black handset tying in with the black bezel insert and the black chapter. Makes the hands a little more difficult to see. That's my only drawback with this particular one, but I just love the two-tone look of this one. And then it has a different style bracelet. And of course still has the display case back. This one uses the NH71A. That's just probably the tone, the color tone of the movement. It's the same movement, the 70 and the 71. This one is just the gilded or gold tone, and that would be the 71. That's the only difference. Check out the nice engraving on the case back. Islander movement 71. The case back is tied to each watch because the part number is actually on the case back. So nice little touch of detail there. All right, I'm zoomed in way too far. Let's dial this back a little bit, shall we? So now the clasp, 3 micro adjust, nice simple action there. I still really enjoy this clasp over most run-of-the-mill type microbrand clasp. It's very Seiko-like, and you guys know I like the Seiko clasp. So they break in nice. 3 micro adjust is going to be good enough with these really short links. I don't think you're going to have a problem getting a correct wrist size, or size for your wrist, rather. All right, if we put this on my wrist, 7 1/4 inch wrist, you can see that it wears great. It's on the thicker side, but it's spread out with that 42 by nearly 50 millimeter lug to lug. It spreads out that, and it balances really nice. That looks very eye-catching to me, the two-tone. The other one is going to be easier to read. I fully am going to, call that out for sure. But I just like the look of the two-tone more. So let's give these a quick blast. The two-tone should have C3 lume. So let's check out the lume on this. I think I need to change the batteries on that. Let's turn off the studio lights and check out how good the lume is on these. Okay. So yeah, kind of the same thing here. We have actually very good legibility on the stainless steel model, and the two-tone, well, you're going to really want to go after the two-tone based on the fact that it just looks really nice, because the legibility just isn't that great. But I still stand by that. I don't know why I'm just drawn to that two-tone look. But yeah, this lume is super cool. That BGW9 skeletonized handset, and then the full seconds hand, slick. I really like that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And again, big thanks to the crew at Islander Watch. Oh, before I go, I do want to share it so you have a size perspective next to the titanium. Shoot, I forget the name of this one. But it's kind of like an SKX, just so you have a size comparison, because a lot of people probably either have this or have one similar to this, so you can kind of just see visually, you have a nice little size comparison. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.